What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Locked in Sports, bringing you my four best bets for today, Monday, July 22nd, in the NBA Summer League Finals. That's right, we're finally down to it. It is the NBA Summer League Finals, the final matchup of 2024 Summer League. We've got the Miami Heat going up against the Memphis Grizzlies in what's sure to be a really good match. Got a lot of great players on both sides of the ball. The Grizzlies with some NBA firepower guys that have been on their starting rotation before, and the Heat with a batch of mostly newcomers, guys who haven't been seen in the NBA but are really making a name for themselves in the Summer League. So, as addition to my four player props for the game, I've got some total points lines and a prediction for who I think is going to win the game. And I'll talk about that at the end of the video. I think I've got a really good read there, actually. But before we hop into that, gotta hop into the player props. Before we hop into the player props, gotta hop into a recap. And before we hop into the recap, I just want to say thank you. Guys, as always, you are awesome here on the channel. Y'all are amazing. The support has been out of this world. And thank you very much. So, if you're new, you want to join us, make some great money with us, subscribe, turn on notifications as well so you know when videos drop. And always leave a like. You guys have been going crazy with the likes. And a comment down below with your own picks, parlays, what you think of my picks, or what you want to see on the channel coming up. Now that the Summer League is over, got a bit of time for the WNBA and NFL kick off again. So got some time to make different types of videos. Now, with that out of the way, let's hop into a recap. Y'all know by the title. It was a 4-0 sweep yesterday. Amazing day. And most of them absolutely sweat free. So what hit? I normally say what didn't, but everything hit. What hit? Jordan Miller over 18.5 points. He had 28. Sweat free. No worries there. We had Pele Larson for over 10.5 points. He had 21. Yeah. He beat his line in the first half. Crazy. Baylor Skyerman, lower than 14.5 points. He ended with 13. Might have made us sweat a bit at the end, but not really. I think he went into the fourth quarter with 5 points. So, or maybe it was second half. Anyway, point is, he did not score well to start the game off. He made a little bit of a run at the end, but come on, he was never hitting his line. That was a lock for us. And Leonard Miller, the sweatiest one of the day by far. We had him for over 19.5 points. He had 20, got those final 2 points in the last 20 seconds. So very stressful there, but he hit for us. Not going to complain at all, but a 4-0 sweep. That's just phenomenal day. Glad to hear it and glad to finally just be able to silence a lot of people saying we don't hit here. Like, yes, we do. We've hit the majority of days on the channel. I had a clean sweep yesterday. So come on, let's do it again today. Hopping into my four best bets for NBA Summer League Finals. All right, now before I hop into the picks, just want to say that my analysis for tonight's game is a little different than my analysis has been previously. Why? Well, because tonight's game is going to be very different from the rest of the Summer League so far. And that's because coaches are playing their starters a lot more. They're no longer running a whole rotation to test out who's good and who isn't and who might be able to break out. They found their guys and they're playing them. That happened last night with the semifinals, where we watched starters average about 30 minutes, where they'd previously been averaging 20 to 22. Yeah, now they're averaging 30 plus minutes. We had guys playing 39 minutes, and most of the teams that played, we only saw 3 or 4 bench guys max, which is a lot fewer than what's been happening before, which was where 8 to 10 bench guys would play per game. So the starters are playing more. The starters are scoring higher. They have a much bigger role in these important finals games. So that's why I'm looking more so at how they played the semifinals and their matchup and less about how they've been averaging over the entirety of the Summer League so far. I think it's a lot better way to look at these picks and make sure that we hit. So with all that out of the way, let's hop into our first pick. A great example of that, actually. It's Scottie Pippen Jr. for over 32.5 PRA. It's a high PRA line, but I really like him to go over it. Why? Well, let's look at his points first. Last game, he had 23 points on 15 shots. That was the second most on his team. Great there. He was 10 from 10 from the line. So he's really, really good at getting to the charity stripe and getting those uncontested points, which is something I want to see in someone that we're taking their over, especially in an important game like this, because I have no doubt that the Heat are going to be guarding Scottie Pippen Jr. really intensely. So being able to draw the foul, get to the line, get those free points, and be able to hit really consistently from the line, I love that. I think that that is where he can get us a lot of points, get us a lot of value to go over this PRA line. But why am I taking PRA and not just points? Like I said, Heat might put the lock on him. Well, that's fine. Scottie Pippen Jr. assists just as well as he scores. Last game, he had 10 assists, not even his most. He had 11 prior to that. He's just a monster with dishing dimes. I see no reason why he doesn't do it again. He's found his spot in the offense. He's a great facilitator, a great passer, a great assister, a great scorer, and great rebounder. He had 10 boards last game. A lot of that is going to come from him grabbing defensive rebounds because, well, the Grizzlies want to bring up the ball. He's a facilitator. He's a leader on that team. Just all around, really good spot to back Scottie Pippen Jr. He's got high minutes. He's got high scoring, high rebounds, high assists. Stored over this line last game, locking him in for over 32.5 PRA. Let's hop over to the other side of the ball for this next pick. Look at a Miami Heat player, and this analysis is going to be a bit shorter. Why? Well, we took this guy last night, and we're taking him again. Pele Larson, over 14.5 points. Just talked about him earlier in the recap where he had 21 points. Yeah, he had, I believe, 14 in the first half, so almost cleared this tonight's points line in the first half of last night. I like him to do it again. He's been over this in his three most recent games, and he was under in the first two, but that's when Jaime Jaquez was still the primary guard on the Heat. Since then, Jaquez has taken a backseat. He's not played, actually. I mean, he's in the starting lineup anyway. He doesn't need to play in Summer League. And Pele Larson has taken a step up and become the main guard option for the Heat, going over this line in his three most previous games. Yeah, he's one of the main focal points of the offense. It's a very spread out offense. They all score a lot. Pele Larson has a lower line. I'd like him to go over it. 21 last night. What more do I need to say? If y'all were here yesterday, you bet on him yesterday. You saw what he did yesterday. Yeah, easily locking in Pele Larson for over 14.5 points. Now, back over to the Grizzlies to look at a player that I haven't bet on before, but man, he showed up and showed out last night. It's Jalen Wells for over 16.5 points. His points line just dropped. Actually, it was 18.5 earlier. Now it's down to 16.5. Like it even more. Why? Well, he dropped 28 points, playing 39 minutes last night, and his shooting efficiency was insane. He was 9 from 12 from field goal range, 6 from 7 from the three-point line, and 4 of 4 from the line, from the charity stripe. Insane shooting efficiency. Absolutely wild. So, really what I like about Jalen Wells here is that there's two ways he can go over this line. Either, one, he just plays 39 minutes again and gets there purely based off the volume, because he's going to be out on the court more than anyone. Or he has insane shooting efficiency again. And he goes over this line 12 shots is still a lot, but he goes over this line by shooting 75% again. Yeah, there's too many ways for Jalen Wells to go over this line and none for him to go under. Locking in Jalen Wells over 16.5 points. Lastly, for my fourth and final pick, another player that needs no introduction. Another Heat player who we've bet on many times before, and he's hit for us a lot too. Cole Swider for under 15.5 points. Look, Swider got moved up to the starting rotation, but I don't think that happens again tonight. Did you see how he played last night? Come on. He had 3 points. He shot 0% from the field. Those were all from free throws. So 0% from the field. He played the fewest minutes of any starter. He's a glorified bench player. We were taking his unders all the time when he was coming off the bench, and his lines always seemed so high, and I don't get it. Yeah, he's had 1 or 2 good games in the Summer League, but most of his games, he's scoring 3 points, shooting 0%. I can't defend not taking the under on a guy who shot 0%. I don't think he's coming off I don't think he's in the starting lineup again. I think he's coming off the bench. He played fewer minutes and had fewer points than multiple bench players. Throw him back on the bench, throw him as a 7th man, and let's easily lock in Cole Swider under 15.5 points. All right, there you have it. Those were my 4 best player props for today, Monday, July 22nd, in the NBA Summer League Finals. But as I said before, I've got a few other picks for the game, just generally who I think is going to win and an over-under on the total points. First off, total points, y'all should know from how I was talking about earlier, taking mostly overs. Easily taking the Memphis versus Heat over 185 and a half points. Yeah. Look, both of these teams matched up against really good teams last night, and both of them went over this line last night. The semifinal games from last night were incredibly high scoring, both nearing every team nearing or exceeding 100 points. Yeah, I don't see any reason that doesn't happen again tonight. That's pretty much it. I think this game could easily go over 200 points total, definitely over 190 points total. So, really easily locking in over 185 and a half points. And one more for a money line. I actually don't know the exact specifics of the money line because I saw it earlier and then forgot it, and it disappeared from ESPN Bet, where I get these lines and total points lines from. But I know that without a doubt, whatever the odds are, I'm picking Memphis. Yeah, it's hard to explain, but just watching these teams play, I feel a lot more confident about Memphis and about their game. They have more veteran presence on their team from Scottie Pippen Jr. and G.G. Jackson, both of whom have played and I believe started in the NBA. Yeah, that's really what it comes down to. Memphis has the veteran presence. Memphis is a really solid team all around. They play great basketball. They do everything really well. I like the Heat a lot. I think it'll be a close game, but in the end, I think the veteran presence and just the chemistry and overall just fluidness that the Memphis offense has is going to push them over the edge and make them the 2024 NBA Summer League champs. So yeah, there you have it. Sad to say goodbye to NBA Summer League videos. Enjoyed making them these videos a lot. They have caused my channel to absolutely blow up. So thank you to all of you who are watching and supporting, liking, commenting, subscribing, and turning on notifications. It means a lot. Thank you all very much for joining me through the Summer League. And now we're on to new things. So, what do you guys want to see next? I believe tomorrow I'm going to put out an NFL total, not NFL total, NFL full season bet video because I like some of those lines a lot. There's some players who I think are going to have standout seasons, and we can take their lines and root for them all season long. And yeah, could do some NBA full season videos, just WNBA when they come back, NFL when they come back, fantasy football. Also was debating kind of going a bit out there and doing Madden content. Be honest, kind of surprising. I never played Madden, so thought that Madden series would be fun here on the channel as I learn the game. And yeah, just a lot of options for videos I could make. Let me know what you guys want to see in the comments. If you want to stick to best bets in fantasy and purely that, want to go over to sports coverage, want to go to Madden or 2K, yeah, just a lot of options for stuff to do. I have a lot of fun ideas. I'm really excited for it. Let me know what you guys want to see. And thank you again for watching all summer league long. It's been a great journey. Yeah, thank you all very much. Let's make some money. Have a good one. Yeah.